So at this point, I think, okay, I've got 10 power. I'm gonna go check how much I need to unlock those areas. I think one of them was 8 and the other was 20. Cause yeah, I think sloppy.
So more
For what purpose are you saying this?
it's just a story.
Not that I need too much of an excuse to pull one of those voice lines. Just been stuck in my head all day for no reason. Now you know what it's like. Now you've experienced a fraction of what it's like in my mind. My head is just filled with those types of things every day. Declared that the chant of light was for humans.
Can you arrange what we discussed earlier, Ambassador?
I found the money. The Inquisition will compensate the families of
Okay,
those
so
who
this
lost
one
the
is
tail.
like
Thank you.
expensive, and that seems like the most obvious that there's going to be Venatori there, considering it says stop a Venatori activity in the west. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save up those things.
All right.
The power until I have 20. And then I'll go do that. It's lucky that the one with the shortest timer is mostly the correct choice. Except for when it isn't. And when it isn't, it feels really devastating. Like, it would be really nice. I wouldn't mind engaging with that system too much if it was just, like, easy to tell, you know, if it didn't really matter and the dude that you picked kind of only affected the length of the timer. But the fact that it's, like, they're so failable, but only sometimes, is, like, it drives me nuts. Fucks with my head. Hey,
Inquisitor.
Kern.
That's got a good ring to it. We're
Forgot
happy
to
to be
talk
here,
to
Your
you,
Worship. You need anything,
which
let
is
me
my
know.
bad. Let's talk about Iron Bull.
I'd like to know more about the Iron Bull.
The Chief. First time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for a Canary, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander
Is
I've
he?
ever worked for. That's
Is
for
he
damn
floating?
sure.
Is he just, like, floating slightly above it?
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. He keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
He used to clip through it a lot. There's a lot of that. Will they make a joke about it? That's so dumb. That's really silly. Trespasser is truly the Mass Effect 3 Citadel of Dragon Age Inquisition, which might be too many layers of bullshit, but but it's true.
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Canary spy's mercenary company?
Aside from the
I
time
wasn't a
skip.
soldier at the time. I was in
It's
some
a good
trouble,
time skip.
trying to flee to Vinter. A Tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it. Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
He keeps putting the bottle directly up to his nose every time he takes a drink. It's like a snifter
That's
of
how he lost
wine.
the eye.
Yes. The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Big horned idiot. Didn't even know me.
Yeah, Citadel is a lot more chill. It's more of like an abstract similarity. Like the tone is like kind of similar. It like feels like that type of thing. It's like a combination of Citadel and the Dragon Age, the Witch Hunts DLC from Origin.
Is it strange to work for Kunari?
But
He hasn't tried to convert us
we'll
to
get
the
there.
Qun, if that's what you're asking. The Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasrath, I'd have thought he left that life behind.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eye, he says. It's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
What an upstanding guy.
later.
From Haven's Fire come we.
Do you have anything? Oh,
See you later, Bull.
how do I
Nice
get
talking
more
with you,
things to
boss.
happen? How do I... Oh, there he is. Even more fun if in romance. Fucking... Yeah, that... I like, what is her name? Taylor? Trainer? I like her in 3. Yeah, this is good. This is This is Aura for sure.
And how much did you need?
I'll leave you to it, my man.
We don't
I
need
wonder
those
if Cole
charges.
has
There are no soldiers
anything
enough without
to say.
sellswords.
Thank you.
I think oh yeah, I've accumulated 10 billion approval points with Cole.
We all did.
What are you doing?
I just realized I never talked to Varric. Since we've been here, which is a
Eyes
huge
rough,
fuck up.
Jangling armor hurts my ears, back aching, fingers too clumsy for knots. Wind cool like Aunt Eloise's pond, lips scalded as I sip, warmth blossoms, first kiss in the barn, what was his name? Tin jangle as the blood spills, Pierre's wrapped body on the wagon to the chantry, 5 more minutes, my fault.
Oh yeah, I really like all those little things that people mention that have to do with stuff Cole's doing.
Can you listen to anyone's mind like you did hers?
No, they have to need me. Pain, fear, sadness, guilt, anger, hurt. Things I can fix.
Oh yeah, like Thane. Drell. You were close. They're called Drell. The fish that have the or they're lizards, they're not fish, that have like photographic memories. They can like live past experiences with like perfect vividness. It is kind of like that, but it's like for them it's contained to their own feelings, and then they can kind of just like access their memories whenever they want. Whereas for Cole, it's just like a constant thing that's happening with all of the people around her, or him. I was
I
reading
could almost see what had happened to
dialogue.
her.
Yes.
Is that what it's like for you?
Yes? It's okay. Nothing you did mattered.
What? Who are you?
They lie there, and sometimes they die, just like Pierre. You can't save them.
I don't know who you are.
Wait. That didn't work. Let me try again. You'll forget me in a minute.
Uh, uh,
What are you going to do?
Make her forget me. Then do it again, the right way.
no, don't. No.
Cole, stop.
Inquisitor, your worship, what are you doing here? Is this man with you?
Yes. Sorry to trouble you.
How do I do it right if I've done it wrong and I can't make her forget?
It's called learning.
Don't root around inside her head. Treat her like a normal person.
Your worship, is there... Do you need something of me?
You were sad.
Of course I was sad. A man died because I couldn't save him.
It wasn't your fault. You could work until you fell over, and you still wouldn't save everyone.
Thank you for saying that. Excuse me, your worship.
She's not better.
She needs time to work through it.
If I'd done it right, it would have worked faster.
Then you have time to work through it too.
I don't understand, but thank you for trying to help.
That might potentially be the best character in the game. Perhaps.
Inquisitor.
I do want to ask him about all that stuff.
Of course.
The little things that have been happening around here.
And paid better.
An insult to real soldiers.
Something that changes over time or from mood to mood. Yeah, there's truth to that for sure. They are all good.
It's like I don't know. I'm pleased to hear it.
Never trust half an elf.
I've heard about some oddities here in the keep. Was that you?
Yes, maybe. What was it?
Can I assume you're responsible for the turnips that have shown up in the fireplaces?
They don't smell the same raw.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
The servants are having trouble remembering some odd events. Someone is leaving peeled plums on the windowsill. It's attracting flies.
Spiders need to eat.
And healers need something to treat infected wounds, like spider webs.
The plums are already dead. They don't mind helping.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay. So that was there because I had heard the other thing.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
It'll let me come back and like finish the okay, cool. Yeah, that's good.
I'll ask around again
That's good.
I suppose you're right. May God be with you.
God, those are also fucking catchy. Each area updates so you can run back and forth. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Oh yeah, okay. So here, before I fucking forget, because I already feel very silly for forgetting in the first place. But I'm gonna go talk to Varric.
Stefan finally died. It was a blessing, really. He's been in so much pain since Haven. He was out of his mind at the end.
Who's that? Who are you talking about?
Slipped away.
Varric's unidentifiable mystery man? Did you find the elven arrow here in Skyhold? No. There's like a... Is it like marked or is it just like a little thing? Okay. I like this fucking gives up the ghost so hard. Just the well, let's see. Highlight with the radar over by the garden. Okay, cool. I think this is fine. This is a lot more fucked up than, or sorry, a lot, he looks a lot less fucked up than I remember him looking when I played the game the first time. It's on a bit of roof over by the garden. I will definitely go check that out.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him after all.
Yeah, that was quite the fight.
You've already dropped half a mountain on the bastard. I'm sure anything I can tell you pales in comparison.
That does not sound like the same voice actor.
Oh, I don't know. You did save a city from a horde of rampaging Kunari.
I don't see how that really applies. Or is there a horde of rampaging Kunari I don't know about?
I am
There's
a horde of
Kunari.
rampaging Kunari.
He
Is
almost
very
qualifies
good.
as a horde all by himself. Fortunately, he's on our side.
So then, what can I tell you?
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible. But we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Loghain. The last time we spoke,
It's
he
him.
was worried about
He
corruption
returns,
in the
finally.
Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding
best
in an
bro,
old smuggler's cave
Loghain.
near Crestwood.
The guy who did nothing wrong. Boss fight is the most boss fight in all of Dragon Age. That is true. You should have fucking watch my playthrough of Dragon Age 2 if you want to see that fight go as tragically as possible. I think my game crashed 2 times while I was doing it.
If you didn't
And then
know
I had
about
to restart the
Corypheus, what were you
entire
doing with
thing
the Wardens?
from the
The
beginning.
Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully my friend in the Wardens will know more.
I'll take any lead I can get at the moment.
Good. I'll do whatever I can to help. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time, I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
Alright, time for questions.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
My brother's a Grey Warden. I had my friend Aveline take him as far from Orlais as possible. When all the Wardens started acting strangely, I had to keep my family safe. Fenris would have killed himself to protect me. I didn't want to give him that chance.
That sounds about right.
Assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus.
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back. Or maybe it's old Tevinter magic. But he was dead. I swear it.
Oh yeah, I didn't do anything too crazy with the eyes or anything. I kind of just made a character that looked the most like me I could, I guess. Which was hilariously pretty easy to do with the elves in this game. Yep. Fucking Anders, the fucking, I don't even know what to call Anders.
I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like?
Messy guy.
I don't know if there ever was just an Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
He was less crazy in Awakening.
Where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion.
Again.
I hoped that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up, and the exalted march never came.
Thank fuck. I'm sure they were prepared to start launching that all over the place.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
The Genocide March. Okay, now Varric is in a place where I can talk to him, I believe. I think, right? Where'd it go? Go to the war table to find the warden. I think that was for that other area. The, like... Didn't share a body and mind with a spirit demon. Yeah, it's true. I feel like, in a way, hilariously, like, Justice merging with Anders did a lot to make Anders a better person than he was beforehand. Because before that point, he was very, like, selfish in, like, an I got mine type of way. Like, he used to talk a lot of shit about, like, the injustice of the Chantry and the Templars and stuff, but he didn't really give a shit if innocent mages were getting fucked over as long as he was safe. And then once justice was in him, it made him more principled and more willing to, like, defend that stuff. But by the nature of, like, his impurity corrupting justice into being more aggressive, it kind of just wore him down over time until he snapped.
Battling the demons of paperwork? That's a fight nobody walks away from clean.
You have no idea the number of times I've almost been killed by bills of lading. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
I don't need a disciple. I need a friend.
If you knew how intimidating you are, you wouldn't make it sound so simple. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
He wanted to help but felt helpless, so just tried to ignore it, I think. When you can't help it. Yeah, that might be true. Yeah, I think that there definitely is an element of that, and I think the same kind of carries into a lot of people who end up acting like that in real life. But I feel like if you... to a degree, it's understandable, but I think that if you're a person who has an understanding of, like, systems like that and what makes them bad, once you have that knowledge, you are... It's your responsibility to do something about it, you know? Like, you're more accountable for it, right? Because, like, you can't, I don't know, it's hard to control the ignorance of people. So there's a lot of people that like don't understand how bad that stuff is because they grow up in a way that makes them like they live through their lives in a way that makes them ignorant to it. And that's like also bad, but like when you stop being ignorant of it, that's when you like kind of have to do something. And it makes it more reprehensible for you to be a person who's like, well, things are great for me, so I don't really give a shit what happens to everyone else. Being freed from the circle permanently via the wardens kind of enabled more options for him and other types of freedom on choice. That is true. But then also he kind of like he's a part of the wardens, but he doesn't really give a shit about their cause either, and then ends up going fully AWOL from them. So it's sort of like, I don't know. He's like a guy who's constantly running away from having any responsibility, and that sort of leads him to be like a guy who acts entirely on his own, and then that ultimately leads him to do horrible things. It's kind of a cautionary type of dude. Yeah, they came for the whatever type of thing. Yeah, it's, you know, it's important for people to work toward dismantling those oppressive institutions, even if it really hurts to engage with it. And you know, some people struggle with it like a lot, right? Like they can't contribute a whole lot, but it's like anything that you're able to do matters, I guess. And it's better than doing nothing. Having the knowledge that a thing is bad and doing nothing about it, you know, does a lot to perpetuate it. What do you think, Varric?
What am I to you, then?
None of this shit makes any sense to me. Is this the end of the world? Did Andraste send you through the breach? I have no idea. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Please tell me you aren't going to burst into song now.
I also love that song.
Don't worry, I'm not that cruel. I
very
should
good
probably
moment.
get back to work, unless
I used to take my smoke breaks doing it. That's really fun. I really like that. I like that a lot. Oh, did you quit smoking? That's very cool. Very cool and good. I've never struggled with the vice of smoking cigarettes, but I've smoked a lot of weed in my time, and I still do, so I definitely understand the ritual component of it as being a very satisfying thing to do.
Looking for someone to talk your ear off? I think I can oblige.
I wonder if there's any new things here.
And I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Took a lot of mini breaks when it became like 1 pack a day. Quit for like a week, then started over again. There are many similar stories. I've heard that trying to overcome.
I've got a minute if you need something.
I've known a lot of people who have worked through being addicted to cigarettes, and it sounds like a fucking nightmare.
What can you tell me about this Corypheus?
I'm not exactly an expert, but ask away and I'll answer what I can.
How did you first encounter him?
A few years back, I was dealing with some trouble from a Carter clan that went rogue. They were sending assassins after the Hawk family. We tracked them to a rune in the Vimarks. It turned out to be a trap. Once you went far enough into the rune, there was a magic barrier that kept you from going back.
I remember
the whole
this.
thing was a prison the Grey Wardens were using to hold what they thought was a powerful darkspawn.
Oh, you rolled your own cigarettes. That's extremely fascinating. Yeah, raw tobacco. My dad did that for a while. One last cream cigarello and quit cold turkey. 6 or 7 years. The longs were new then too. Yeah, that must have been fucking forever ago. That's awesome though. It's yeah, man, if you're addicted to anything really, it's never too late to quit. Even if you relapse, you know, it's a process of ebbing and flowing and stuff. Why didn't they just kill him?
I've never heard of wardens locking up Darkspawn. Why wouldn't they just kill him and be done with it?
I don't think they could. From what we saw in there, Corypheus can control wardens somehow. They couldn't attack him. The wardens locked him up because there was nothing else they could do.
It's true, yeah. A lot of the cigarette stuff is gone. It's kind of been replaced with vaping, right? Which is, maybe this is like a weird old man opinion, but I feel like smoking cigarettes has always like been aesthetically cooler than vaping, which sounds crazy because cigarettes are obviously horrible for you, but I don't know. It's hard to deny that it looks kind of cool. More like it was banned or stopped being produced. Oh yeah, that's true. But I think a lot of the production stopped because of the shift toward vaping. Non-additives. Yeah, like the fucking American spirits and shit.
He looks like some sort of blighted creature, but he speaks. What is he exactly?
The wardens who imprisoned him thought he was just a darkspawn. But you heard him ranting. He claims he's a magister. One who assaulted the Golden City, what, more than 1,000 years ago? It seems crazy, but if he's telling the truth, he's one of the people who caused the blights.
You and Hawk both said before he was supposed to be dead.
He was dead. We killed him. The only way for us to escape the prison Corypheus was trapped in was to go through him. We weren't going to just leave the door to his prison open behind us and hope he was dead. We made sure.
You thought you made sure.
Alright, I think that's enough about Corypheus.
Clicks made it too easy to
No
smoke.
problem.
Oh yeah. Like the menthol and stuff. Like the principle behind it is kind of, excuse me, similar to putting ice cubes in a bong or whatever, right? So then it makes the smoke less harsh. I mean, it's funny too, because it's like, yeah, they did ban that stuff because they realized it was really bad, but then like a huge part of vaping is that it's kind of designed to be like more attractive and to like younger people, I think, and to like get away with it easier because it doesn't smell like cigarette smoke. It doesn't like linger as much necessarily. And then like the vapor is less harsh and people are more knowledgeable. Yes, the healthy way to smoke. People are more knowledgeable about it now, which is good. But when vaping was like first starting as a thing, it was pitched as the healthy way to smoke, which is fucking insane.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius's son. He went
he
to the
good?
magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was?
He's dead.
Oh.
The blight caught up with him.
That's
Are you alright?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
With the two of you...
Felix and I?
It is a bizarre
What
question.
an odd question. No, I had no intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome. Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
Oh, who, me? Me? Do go on. Water pipe, shisha, hookah smoke is more kind and easy to in general. Yeah, it's true. So tobacco is much higher. What tobacco does is much higher as well, so it's a bad combo. As for bongs and weed, it's another topic. It's true. It's similar. You run in circles where people are smoking a shit ton of weed. They're smoking cigarettes a lot of the time too. Main benefit was that the vapors didn't stick to remain in the same manner as smoke did. Yeah, that's true. Definitely. It was pitched as the healthy way to smoke, and it was pitched as being, like, more subtle, and I think the combination of those things definitely led to a lot of kids doing it. And I feel like now, with the advancement of hyper-capitalism, people are... corporations are a lot more... it's easier for them to get away with doing horrible shit that they know kind of like leads to children smoking more and stuff, and they aren't really held accountable in the same way. Don't get people that both smoke and take snus, like pick one or the other, not both. Yeah, man, sometimes you know, when you're like a person with an addictive personality, it's like sometimes you just can't get enough, you know? Like you're trying to, at least from my limited experience and, you know, just of like knowing people, I think the people who are the most, have the highest propensity to be like doing things like that are trying to get away from something. So, you know, obviously doing things like that becomes insufficient to escape at a point, and then you just gotta keep doing it. Quit smoking gums, cigs, and nicotine patches all in one go. It's the hardest way to do it, but it definitely seems like ultimately the most effective way to do it.
I ran into Fiona. Seems you have Alexius serving the mages. There's some justice in that after what he did to them. Maybe one day he'll realize it.
If he doesn't, then, you know, he can die.
You said
it's fine.
Alexius was a mentor of yours.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally. Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption, how we could one day make real change in the Imperium. And then he gave up. He stopped trying.
Oh, see, right there. That kind of segues into the what I was talking before about, you know, Anders like being a dude who did care about stuff, but he was more concerned with what was going on for him, to the point where he just kind of gave up, like doing anything meaningful or, you know, enacting like change.
Why did he give up?
On a journey to Hosburg, a Darkspawn raid killed his wife and sickened his son. I remember hearing the news. He hadn't been there, you see.
At any cost style.
Alexius was convinced he could have protected them. And the guilt tore him up. I helped him with his research for a while, and then we drifted apart.
Yeah, that's definitely like the other end of it, is the being too narrowly obsessed with bringing a certain result out that you don't care about the methodology or like the route to get there, right?
That must have been difficult.
Back then, I was furious. I told him to snap out of it, move on. I thought I had all the answers. Later, I regretted my hasty words. But we didn't speak again until he approached me for the Venatori. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
Yeah, the time that whole Red Cliff section is very cool. I feel like the Liliana and them dying is like interesting and like kind of fucked up, but simultaneously it's, or I think they do a really good job of mentioning the thing. I think it's Liliana who says like, this, you know, this all seems like an aberration to you guys, and you're gonna go back to a place where none of the shit that we experienced ever happened, but that doesn't make our lives any less real, which I think is a really cool and important idea to mention in that situation.
Was it hard being away from him?
It was hard not having a patron, yes. I'm not exactly built to fit in. At any rate, he's fallen so low, I doubt he'll ever get up. Sad, really.
Having a patron is pretty badass, I'll admit.
Go. You know where I'll be.
Imagine having all of your material needs fulfilled, and in exchange, all you have to do is provide things that you create. It's an incredible deal. I mean, assuming, of course, that that's what you'd want to be doing in the first place. To correct the wrong timeline requires a lot of sacrifices, it seems, no matter what media is playing around with timelines. That's true. But also, I think that, yeah, it's like a...
If you've a moment.
Like, I like that it kind of confronts the idea of a wrong timeline. Post-scarcity. Yeah, I mean, in a post-scarcity society, there wouldn't be a need for patrons. So I guess I mean just in the current situation. It's a very nice thing for being comfortable within the confines of our weird
My Lord Inquisitor,
dog
it's
shit.
good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the De Winter.
Is that a note
Go on.
of distaste I detect, Mother Giselle?
I admit his presence here makes me uncomfortable, Inquisitor, but my feelings are of no importance. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
They sound pretty shitty.
He's mentioned his family. They don't appear to be on good terms.
Yes. I believe you're correct. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
Yeah, kind of like how knights work. Yeah, having someone who just gives you enough material resources that you can live comfortably and then focus exclusively on the thing that you're passionate about doing. Chevalier do be mean. And so do knights and samurai. But artists, our artists are chill.
Are you sure this isn't some kind of trap? I mean, the secrecy.
That did occur to me. What if it is a plot of those mages, the Venatori?
Dude, you need to
Another reason to
be
put this
less
in your hands, Inquisitor.
suspicious, I think.
I pray that isn't the case. But if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
Just what kind of meeting do you have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk. To
I've known
understand
a
why
lot
Dorian
of
felt he had to come here.
Mother
Someone
Giselles
private, away from Skyhold, but not
in my life.
You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
Come home. Your parents are worried about you. They love you very much. Why don't you just talk to them? It's very cruel how you don't talk to them.
What happens if Dorian doesn't agree?
Hopefully that will be the end of it. If not, well, that's why you should be there.
Why did you have to leave this cult? You know it's the best. It's true. They just want what's best for you.
Why would his family contact you?
Because they don't know you, Inquisitor. I am not of the Imperial Chantry, but they know what I represent. These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. How could I not do whatever possible? I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care for me. Thus I come to you. If any good can come of this, we must try.
They don't want Dorian to know. That seems odd.
Yeah,
The young man would refuse.
it does seem odd. It seems like they chose a very indirect route to try to get his attention.
This is a chance for dialogue. There is deceit in bringing the young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
No, it doesn't.
If you think I'm going to trick Dorian into meeting his family...
I feared you might say that. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I pray you change your mind, Inquisitor. Perhaps their letter will persuade you. If there is any chance of success in this, it behooves us to act.
Like, I think giving Dorian the letter is fine. But the lying to him part is fucking insane. More easy to say I'm sorry than to ask for permission. Yeah, and yeah, and I think in a lot of cases like this, in the real life versions of these situations, it's like, can you really not believe that Dorian has, like, talked to his parents before about this, or that he would understand that, you know, how they think about it? I've never tricked him, and that's many multiple playthroughs. Yep. Yeah, it's one of those ones where you're like, I would like to see how that goes in the different, you know, in like a different route, but then you get to it and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can actually fucking pick that and feel okay about it.
What's on your mind?
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter?
Unfortunately,
a humorous
no.
proposal from some Antivan dowager?
I wish it was.
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical.
That's a good refrain.
This retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
You think so?
You think your father would actually do that?
No, although I wouldn't put it past him. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
Tell me, what's the deal?
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married. Because you left.
That too.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Indeed. Alright, yeah, let's go do that. That's a very good and important thing to go do. And I'd hate to linger too long without having done it. Oh yeah, I have to travel here specifically, and then we'll do... I don't know if the other people coming along matters, but... It's very easy for abusive people to use mediators who don't quite understand the situation.
There must be something here.
In order to, like, curry favor or to just gain an opportunity to like, get access to the victim of their abuse.
Good day.
And it's not necessarily, I guess it's not really the mediator's fault too much, but it is dumb to be
We've money enough for you to have a
ignorant
seat
to
on a
the
merchant
point
wagon.
where
You
you
can go at once.
Grandmother.
like don't
I would just slow you down.
have that thought of being like, what would compel a child to do something so extreme as to cut off all contact with their parents? Like, you can't possibly assume that anyone would really make that decision lightly, right? Like, maybe there are some, but like, surely there are some, but in, like, almost every instance. Oh, an iron bowl. Did I bring iron bowl? I don't know. I was too caught up in proselytizing. I did bring Varric. I know that for sure.
Uh-oh, nobody's here. This doesn't bode well.
Dorian.
Father. So the whole story about the family retainer was just, what? A smokescreen?
Then you were told. I apologize for the deception, Inquisitor. I never intended for you to be involved.
Of course not. Magister Parvus couldn't come to Skyhold and be seen with the dread Inquisitor. What would people think? What is this exactly, Father? Ambush? Kidnapping? Warm family reunion?
This is how it has always been.
Considering you lied to get him here, Dorian has every right to be furious.
You don't know the half of it. But maybe you should.
Dorian, there's no need to.
I prefer the company of men. My father disapproves.
There it is. I like the... Man, there's just so much about this. Like, so many little things that feel so good. Like that little moment of being like, oh no, Dorian, there's no need to actually bring up what this is about or what I've done, because that might make me look bad. My position.
I'll need you to explain that.
Did I stutter? Men and the company thereof, as in sex. Surely you've heard of it.
Oh.
I've more than heard of it, actually.
No. The Herald of Andraste. I am shocked and scandalized.
Damn
Such
straight.
sarcasm.
Now I'm trying to think how they'll write that verse of the chant.
They'll
I
annul
should
it,
have
like they
known
did with
that's what this
Shartan.
was about.
No. You don't get to make those assumptions. You know nothing about the Inquisitor.
This is not what I wanted.
I'm never what you wanted, Father. Or had you forgotten?
That's a big concern in Tevinter, then.
Only if you're trying to live up to an impossible standard. Every Tevinter family is intermarrying to distill the perfect mage, perfect body, perfect mind, the perfect leader. It means every perceived flaw, every aberration is deviant and shameful. It must be hidden.
Shartan who? I don't know. I think that was just a misremember that I had. Perhaps I misremembered. You're right. No. Yeah, man. That's what this is all about?
So that's what all of this is about? Who you sleep with?
That's not all it's about.
Dorian, please. If you'll only listen to me.
Why? So you can spout more convenient lies? He taught me to hate blood magic. The resort of the weak mind. Those are his words. But what was the first thing you did when your precious heir refused to play pretend for the rest of his life? You tried to change me.
I only wanted what was best for you.
But yeah, and that's...
You wanted the best for you. Your fucking legacy. Anything for that.
I think reconciliation is like all well and good, but I think that there are like lines to that, and it's like if he hadn't said that like the implication that this dude was using blood magic to like change Dorian in that way, and then when it's brought up, he isn't apologetic at all. He's like, he's just he employs like a justification of it. Even more messy with Elven Inquisitor. They so double-faced that they talk about returning those verses to the champ, but zero mention of that in non-elf. That's really fucking funny. Well, yeah, because they, you know, similarly, they're trying to curry favor with the Inquisitor to try to get the Elven Inquisitor more on board with working with them. But yeah, it's like, you know, I don't know, if you're coming in here and he's like, dude, listen, like, you're my son and I love you and I can't believe that I've done that stuff. Like, that's one thing, but him, like, in the moment, still being like, I just wanted what was best for you. Like, nah.
I think it's time we left.
I agree.
Yep. People of faith doing their best. Yeah. You know, there's that saying, spare the rod, spoil the child. That was one I heard a lot growing up. It's good for them.
He's a good man, my father. Deep down. He taught me principle is important. He cares for me in his way, but he won't ever change. I can't forgive him for what he did. I won't.
Yeah. And if he is truly a good guy, then maybe eventually, after enough years pass of his son not being in his life, that he'll reapproach it in a way that isn't disgusting on every level. Maybe he'll be more honest.
Are you all right?
No, not really. Thank you for bringing me out there. even if it didn't work out. Maker knows what you must think of me now, after that whole display.
Oh, fuck. I missed the thing of asking him to clarify. I think it's pretty clear from the context clues that basically it's like, you know, Dorian had a relationship with a guy who he cared a lot for, and his parents found out about it, and they did something to separate the two of them, and then his dad subsequently tried to use blood magic to change Dorian as a person.
I think you're very brave.
Brave?
It's not easy to abandon tradition and walk your own path.
At any rate, time to drink myself into a stupor. It's been that sort of day. Join me sometime, if you've a mind.
I'm not too keen
I don't know what you think you're doing.
on the line of saying he's brave, but I think that the distinction of the fact that it's like, it's not that he's brave just for being like gay, it's the fact that he's brave for being able to stand up to his family and separate himself from that shit. We have people that feel owed on their deathbeds asking their estranged kid, please forgive me for my sins. Yep, that's another thing. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, I'm sure, but hilariously in my situation, like, I have been the person to try to reach out sometimes and see if things are different, and then they're not, and then, you know, you just kind of have to go back to how things were before.
Oh,
What's going on here?
It seems the revered mother is concerned about my undue influence over you.
Are you fucking
It
serious?
is just concern. Your worship, you must know how this looks.
Are you shitting me
You
with
might
this?
need to spell it out, my dear.
This man is of Tevinter. His presence at your side, the rumors alone.
Yeah, and he's like a good guy. I
What's
don't
wrong
know what
with
the
him being
fucking
from Tevinter?
problem is.
Specifically.
I'm fully aware that not everyone from the Imperium is the same.
How kind of you to notice. Yet still you bow to the opinion of the masses.
The opinion of the masses is based on centuries of evidence. What would you have me tell them?
The truth?
The truth is I do not know you, and neither do they. Thus, these rumors will continue.
Yeah, and I do know him. Do not corrupt our holy Herald of Andraste. Yeah, the Herald of Andraste who repeatedly goes, please stop calling me that. That's not who I am. I swear to God, I'm just a guy.
Oh? I'd like to hear what these rumors are exactly.
What are you saying?
I could not repeat them, your worship.
No, let's hear
Repeat
it.
them. So you've shared them before.
See, I meant no disrespect,
Of
Inquisitor.
course. No disrespect
Only
to
to
me.
ask after this man's
Yeah.
intentions.
Yeah.
If you feel he is without ulterior motive, then I humbly beg forgiveness of you both.
That's good. That's a start. See, that's better. Even if it's a mealy-mouthed apology, it's
Well, that's something.
better than nothing.
She didn't get to you, did she?
No, it takes more to get to me than thinly veiled accusations.
You don't think she'll do anything?
Do what? Yours is the good opinion I care about, not hers. I don't know if you're aware, but the assumption in some corners is that you and I are intimate.
Leave it to these motherfuckers to fucking, you know, the two openly gay guys in the Inquisition, and everyone's like, oh, well, they must be fucking each other, surely. Two gay guys can't possibly be friends with each other. It's fucking only okay with punching down. My lord, please don't put me on the spot to stand up for my beliefs. It's true. easier to deal with than the other people, I guess.
You know how people are.
So that's the...
I didn't start those rumors.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. My rumors would be so much more detailed. Perhaps it's odd to say, but I think of you as a friend, Inquisitor. I have precious few friends. I didn't think to find one here. Don't speak. I detest confessions, and I'd like to get this over with. Allow me to say I'll stand beside you, against Corypheus, my countryman, or spurious rumor, so long as you'll have me.
Damn straight. God, what a good fucking... What an incredible fucking quest line. Ah, it's so good. Okay, so... It's also... It's a pretty good place to be ending it. It's a very good day of going around and talking to people. It was like 99% talking to companions, which is my favorite. Oh, check the arrow. Yeah, I have time for that. Yeah, I'll wrap it up a bit as I'm going to go do that.
Fertile ground, even here. This hold has everything.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite part of the game, like the walking around and talking to people thing. And I think that this game has so much more of that than the others, which is part of what makes it so incredible to me.
Honored to help with these.
So where's this arrow? You said that it was near the garden. What was true? Upstairs on the roof. Oh, like... Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm gonna read this. Elven arrow with inscription. An arrow, elven of course, because who else would be this fancy with a throwaway? I've talked weapon talk with traders before, and the squiggly scratching means make you dead or near enough. Well, may it have to be to keep its shape, since whatever ancient sought around it's from. All I know is there are centuries of knocks in the walls I have to patch. They keep an edge if they don't hit stone. Tell the men to mind their fingers, they got fresh blood on this one. So it's, yeah, that's a really cool, yeah, because it's, you don't get a whole lot of Solus explaining what that, what Skyhold is, or why he knows about it, or anything like that. But that little bit is very good. It's a good little tease for what's going on there. Yeah, he knows about it from dreams. Yeah, he's dreaming around, you know. Hear about a, you know, untouched fort, or, you know, a fort that's been around for a while. Lots of little obscure places like that. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Thank you, Jedi, for turning up, and also thank you to... Who was it at the beginning? There was another individual who showed up for the first time in a long time. But, yeah, thank you very much. You guys make this very fun for me. Yeah, Luna bless you as well. Yeah, you guys make this a very fun experience, so thank you for turning up. And, yeah, even if you're not fucking around in the chat, it makes me very happy that you're watching. I will be back, I might be streaming tomorrow. but probably not. Disco Dark, yeah, they're always here. And then there was another person at the beginning, but I forget their name exactly. But yeah, I'll be back on Friday, so for sure, and I might I might be able to stream tomorrow. Usually Thursdays for me are like doing I hang out with one of my really close friends and we play role-playing games together, but we might not be doing that this week, and so if we don't, then I'll stream tomorrow, and if not, that'll be on Friday, so please tune in for more Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm gonna have to make a lot more progress in this game to get through it, considering it is extremely long, but yeah, all of this has been really fun, and I hope you're enjoying it as well. I will see you later.